Hey friends, Mario Cavallo here with the Dragon Roars On Dragon Quartz Audio. These little monsters are the unsung heroes of self-powered speakers. A lot of reviews of self-powered speakers these days. Some of them are 2,000, some of them are 1,000, some of them are 500, some of them are 250 to as low as 150. Which ones sound best? Well, you could say the $2,000 ones, but no, not necessarily. These babies sell on Amazon. The Edifier R2000DBs, trust me, these are the unsung heroes. On Amazon, they sell for $250. You can get them cheaper, and when you can get them cheaper, grab them. Okay? Here in China, in Malaysia, I think Hong Kong as well, you can pick them up for $150, and at that price, they are a steal. We are going to do a complete review about self-powered speakers, all the comparisons. I took all my notes. The Edifier R2000DBs are, first of all, with incredible build quality. I mean, you're talking about a little black piano lacquer brick. Look at that. It's got a canted face, right? Sweeping face. You can see that right there. And look how gorgeous the front, like Sonus Faber's, the front and top with a faux black leather matte finish. Okay. Beautiful metal stud. The finishing of the nuts and the studs. It's just unbelievable, the craftsmanship of these babies in black piano lacquer, which I highly recommend. Okay, so for this kind of money, unbelievable. Lovely little 3/4 inch dome tweeter. Let me tell you right now how these speakers sound. They sound every bit as good as what you don't want to know how good they sound. $500 5¼ inch, two ways. Okay, every bit as good. One thing, they're smooth. Silky tweeter, not bright. Straight up against Klipsch powered R15s. The Klipsch come across as being bright to the point of harsh and have less bass than these. These have tight, taut, powerful, crisp, clean bass and mids and highs. Best, I'm telling you, if you ever want to call any powered speaker that it has smoother, silkier sound, these are the ones. But if you want them to sound brighter, they come with a remote, and they come with full DSP, not to mention they come with optical, they come with Bluetooth, they come with RCAs, okay? And they come with tone controls and this lovely little remotes. Check it out. It's pretty clear, right? There's your three knobs, volume, bass, and treble. There's your optical. There's your connection for the wire, which is amazing, super quality connecting wire, very, very high quality. Look at the twisted braid wire, really thick. It looks like it's about 14 gauge, connecting via this DIN plug. Can you see that? Just fantastic. Amazing quality. The wire's plenty long as well. And yes, I had them hooked up in my living room for a while, and I'm amazed at how they sound. I'll tell you more about the sound in a moment. Let me go over the features, right? 60 watts per side. Okay, not 100, not 120, 60, and not 30, 60 watts per side. Okay, that's it on all the features, and the features are just pretty darn good. One thing missing, and I'll mention it in a moment. Let's compare to other powered speakers. Right now, I'm going to go down the line. You got Presonus, Mackie, Yamaha HS5, JBL LSR 305s. Now, all of those in the powered speaker category are more along the lines of studio monitors. Every one of them is approximately $200 a pair more expensive. In that category, the JBL 305s are supposed to be the benchmark, and these are not as good as those, okay? These are softer in the highs, but again, you've got the tone control. You can turn it up and make them a little crispier, and it's not a harsh sounding. It's a really nice sounding increase to the treble if that's what you like. I'm going to recommend you go to Digital Stereophony, Stereophony. I'll put the text for you. He does a lot of direct comparisons. Okay, very little sound difference. Yeah, well, you know, this one sounds like it's got a little more bass, but the highs are better. This one's smoother, and the mids there's a little more mids or a little less mids. Overall, pretty much just preference differences between this speaker and the HS5, between this speaker and the 305. The 305 is better than JBL, but again, that's the standard bearer as well. It should be. Okay, fine. Now, we move on to Edifier's other speakers. Edifier's got their R2000DB. You jump up, a little bit more refinement from the S1000 and a nicer, bigger cabinet. Then you got your S2000 with the ribbon tweeter. Yep, yeah. The S2000 Pro is a hell of a speaker, okay? The S3000 is a 6-inch two-way. We're not going to talk about that one. I would say your number one to consider here is the Kanto Yu-6. It's $349, right? Now, not the Yu-5. This is a 5-inch. So, you know, the Yu-6 for $349. Well, it's $349. You better expect it to sound better, right? But I doubt in a side-by-side comparison it sounds much better. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So, these are a steal. They're beautiful. Okay, Ian over at HiViNyws Singapore, what a wonderful man. He reviewed these and the other speaker that I want to mention. This is only the three pairs I want to focus on for you to think about. And that is, he reviewed these and the HiVi Swans M200 MK3s. They are the winner. Okay, I suspect those speakers and the Kanto Yu-6s sound really both better. We know the M200 MK3s from Swans sound better than these. We know they do. In fact, they were reviewed. Check out the review of those at sixmoons.com. They're audiophile quality, 5.25-inch powered monitors, pushing 120 watts per channel, 120 watts per side, double these. And they are 500 a pair. Okay, so they're the ones I will tell you is the proper standard bearer benchmark to compare. All right, because we need to talk not only about frequency response, clarity of bass, powerful, clean, clear, articulate, fast bass, very good mids, soft but very clean highs that can be boosted with the treble control if you want to. Okay, but the feature that I need to tell you about these speakers, and you're talking to a guy who had them in his big living room. Remember my living room with my JBL 530s? Okay, I had these in there for like 2-3 months. These throw imaging. These throw a soundstage. They really do. They're not monitors like the Presonus, Mackie, Yamahas. Even the JBL 305s throw a nice soundstage. Okay, but still more like a monitor. These are not. I'm really surprised by this. Okay, they throw a soundstage. Folks, come on, again, I'm an acoustic jazz pianist, professional, part-time, but professional. So, I mean, I pay attention. Out in the soundstage, these throw precise imaging of sound. Not an enormous amount of size and depth, not huge like my JBL 530s, definitely not, but they throw imaging clearly, precisely, accurately. That's pretty frickin' amazing, considering all you got to do is buy these and you're done. Your standard bearer is your Swans M200 MK3s, but they're $500 a pair back in the States. Okay, here they're only $350. They're a steal. So see, some things are better back in the States, some things are worse back in the States. So for $350. Consider that Kanto Yu-6 for sure, like Andrew Robinson recommends. He's great, right? And then consider these on the lower end of the budget. They're really, believe me, they sound really sweet and nice and smooth. They're a really silky, nice speaker, man. They throw a nice image. They're not just a monitor. One thing to know about these, the Kanto Yu-6, I believe, has a phono preamp built in. If you're like me, if you're a vinyl guy and you want to just get yourself a really nice setup, turntable with Kanto Yu-6s, phono preamp built right in, you're done. With these, you can go RCA in, but they don't have a phono preamp, right? So if your turntable doesn't have a phono preamp, you can't hook up these. You can't hook up those Swans HiVi M200 MK3s because you'll need a phono preamp, right? But if you have a phono preamp, then yep, you can use these. They're great. So all these speakers that are much more expensive, do they sound a lot better? No, folks, I'm telling you, they don't. Okay, they sound a little better. The root quality of how good these sound is there. You will not be disappointed. Okay, in my humble opinion. That's it. Edifier R2000DBs, $250 to as low as $150. Grab them. They're just beautiful and amazing and sexy and just, you'll love them. You'll love them. These are great speakers. Amazing. That's it on the self-powered active speaker world. If you're below $1,000 and you want great sound, I mentioned in this video a lot of choices featuring and comparing, especially in this video, the Edifier R2000DB. Thank you very much, everybody. And it's coming. Guidebook 2019. Awesome home audiophile for regular guys on a budget. That might be $1,000 or below, but from $1,000 to up to $4,000 for systems packed with information, reviews, comparison, first-hand knowledge, tips, details, juicy stories from trips down to Guangzhou, the heart of the audiophile electronics world in China and all over the world. You'll really enjoy that book. 150 pages, 30,000 words, only $5. You're going to really enjoy it. Appreciate a lot of the content that's in there. That's it. I'm Mario. Thanks very much, folks. See you. Bye-bye.